When the evening settles and the day grows still, stories rise softly from memory's hill. These are the letters we carry inside, stories of love, loss, and pride. Welcome, my friend, to Porchlight Letters.
Hey, kia ora. Helen Brahms here, coming to you live from Los Angeles in the US. Hope you're having a super fantastic, sparkling day. My day has been magical. That's all I can say. Um, you all heard from me yesterday when I got in. I am actually now in a different hotel room than what I showed yesterday on the live because my toilet wasn't flushing in the other one. It just wouldn't flush. Well, the water would come out, but it didn't do what it was supposed to do. Anyway, so I got a whole new room. So this is me in my new room. I'm half asleep because I am tired. Being an introvert, when you're around an outgoing introvert, when you're around a lot of people, your energy gets drained. And so now it is really time for me to have some me time so I can recharge my batteries and be in top form tomorrow for when we get onto the cruise ship. So my full day in Los Angeles, woke up around 6, which was normal time for me. So I went to bed around 9 o'clock when I went to bed, got up at 6 this morning, got all showered, changed to that, went down to breakfast. And we had been given these coupons to use in the hotel breakfast for the breakfast thing. And the normal rate, I have to tell this is amazing because the normal rate for what we got was normal rate is $51 plus gratuities plus tax. We paid through our group. For our group, we've got a $30 all-in thing. So $30 includes the gratuities, includes the tax. I was like, yes, that makes it even better. So I sat down, had a great breakfast. They had a really good buffet down there. Sat there by the window watching this guy do endless laps in the swimming pool outside. One point I lost sight of him. I thought, has he drowned? And then all of a sudden he pops out from behind some seat or something that was blocking my view from where he was in the swimming pool. I thought, good, we're okay. The second time that happened, I'm like looking around because I'd seen him get out of the pool. Where is he? I can't see him. And then I look over and he's walking up the steps out of the hot tub. Phew, okay. Didn't have to worry about anybody drowning or slipping or falling or anything like that. That was all good. So I had a nice leisurely breakfast. I didn't scarf it down. I just took my time to eat it. Did 2 trips up to the bar and up to the buffet, and had a really good breakfast, which was very good because I needed that energy, that food energy later on during the day. I mean, I'm physically and emotionally drained right now. And so then I set myself up down in the lobby, told everybody where I was. I had Casey Kiwi sitting on the armrest of the couch I was sitting on. And I saw this guy wandering around like 2 or 3 times before he came over and asked if I was on the cruise, and ended up meeting him. He is a cruise virgin, which is awesome. We love it when cruise virgins get on the ships. And so he was asking me questions from all the previous cruises I've been on, what he should do, da-da-da-da. So we got all that taken care of. And we're sitting there chatting, and then other people just start drifting in and out throughout the day. But I basically stayed down there, didn't really have any lunch, haven't really had dinner. Just could be another reason why I am so drained, is that I haven't had any nourishment. Drunk a lot of water though, so got that. But it was really fun to greet people and actually meet in person people that I had only ever seen online. That was a really cool part. And is meeting people, and so I got to meet people I've never met before, people who I have only ever met online on Zoom calls and stuff, and then people who I have previously met in person but haven't seen in person for a while. So those were the 3 groups of people I was meeting today. Had an awesome time, a lot of laughs, a lot of great conversations. We covered everything. And at one point, one of the guys went up and got his portable speaker and brought it down so I could play some of the songs that I have written. And so they got to hear America Celebrates 250 Years, which is coming out on the 1st of May, and got this really, AI generated this really cool singer. So of course I got onto ChatGPT and said, this is the style of the song. Here are the lyrics. I need somebody who is it looks like a patriotic American. And he brings up this one character in action doing the singing song. I said, okay, I need him turned around and do a headshot of him. And he turned this headshot on and I was like, whoa. This guy was probably around in his 40s, maybe 50s, a little grizzly growth down here with a little gray in it. He's got a Stetson on. He's got these piercing blue eyes. He looks absolutely amazing. And a lot of people I've shown it to have gone, whoa. Some people who are married have even said to me, if I wasn't married, and I said, he's AI generated, so no, you can't. So you'll get to meet what his name is Wyatt Jefferson. His last name's completely gone out of my head. Callahan. Jefferson Callahan. He sings a song called America Celebrates 250 Years. It is being released on May 1st in time for 4th of July. I wrote it, so of course I'm completely biased, but to me it sounds like a really cool song. And those that got to hear it today were sort of like, that is a great song. So they're looking forward to it being released as well. So they got a pre-release on those. So got good feedback on that, which was awesome. Played some of the other songs. I said, you've written like all sorts of, I said, yeah, it's just one of those things. They said, well, how did you get into it? I said, I just felt like writing something out. And it sort of started as a poem, but ended up as a song, the first one. And it was basically my life story up until that point. And I said I released that called The Best Me, the Best Me I Can Be, and it's got two singers with two different versions, one male, one female vocal, same lyrics, just different tunes and different ways of singing the songs, and they got to hear both of them. They liked both of them. So I was sort of like, okay. So that one still has two singers out there, but all the songs have been registered. I just got to get them onto another site that will actually distribute the songs out to different platforms to be heard on, and I'm able to get them from there. But yeah, so got to play those, and this is the first time I'd just heard them through computer speakers and phone speakers, and I got to hear it through. Okay, so the little portable speakers aren't great, but it had a lot more bass in than what the others did, and I'm just sitting there going, I'm falling in love with my songs all over again. They just sound completely different when there's some bass added to it, because the laptop and the phones have so much bass that you can put into it. I haven't found how to do the equilibrium thingamy-bob with the bass and all that to play with it. So this is the first time I was hearing it on a speaker that had some bass. And I was like, man, imagine when I get them onto really good speakers. That's when it's really going to love them all over again. So I got good feedback on the songs that I have released and the ones that I am going to release. But I've got to hear from people all walks of life, different businesses that they're in, different professions, and just had a really good time greeting people. And there's times that I would just jump up, and I'd like jump up, say a word, and just run off into the actual main lobby area, and go and greet the people as they were getting into line to get their room check-in and that sort of stuff. So, and they'll come back and they're like, "Who was that?" And I'll tell them who it was. Like, oh, okay. And so yes, it was a really cool time today doing that, being the unofficial. I made myself the official greeter for the thing, which is kind of fun. I love doing that. But I have basically been talking most of the day. I'm completely drained, energy-wise, physically, mentally, and it was just. And then we got together in the restaurant area, and we could have a networking time, getting to meet other people that we hadn't seen down in the seating area. So got to meet those and greet them. Got to meet new people that I'd never met before, which was awesome. Some of the people who are based in LA for my mastermind group came out just to say hi, how are you, and to spend some time with us. So I got to meet some of those in person for the first time. It was just a really cool group, and it's going to be a very fun cruise. We've got like 70 something people is going to be on the cruise in this group, and I've probably met about half of them today. If I didn't already know them, I now know who they are and what they're going to, and what business they're in and that sort of stuff. So it's going to be a fun cruise. I don't know what time I'm going to be on tomorrow because we board the ship tomorrow. Maybe I'll do a live once I get into my room so I can show you the cabin and how it's all laid out and that sort of stuff. I haven't been on a cruise since December of 2018, which is before I got the assignment to start doing lives on a daily basis for a year, which is now extended into, we're about to finish year 7. So yeah, that assignment was given to me in July of 2019, and I started my first broadcast on August the 1st, 2019, and have been broadcasting every day. So I have not been on a cruise ship since, like I said, December 2018 is the last time I was on a cruise ship. So I have not done a live from a cruise ship before. So this is going to be an experiment for us. And we'll, see how we go with that. So we'll keep you guys in mind. Our dinner time is at 5 p.m., which will go over my 6 p.m. Pacific time. So I'll probably try and do it before we go down for dinner. And just basically what's going to be over the next 7 days is what we did on the cruise ship where we stopped, what we did. I have no plans to go onshore at any of the ports we're going to. I'm just going to find my spot by the pool because in the pool, on the pool deck, you have the pool and then you have, it's open, the top part, the next deck is open in the middle over the pool area. I sit underneath the overhangs and just find myself a table and sit there and just enjoy my day sitting there talking to anybody who wants to stop by and talk. But I will have my book with me. I will have my notebook with me. So I'll be taking notes. I'll be writing stuff, maybe some new songs. I suddenly thought of at breakfast this morning, I thought of a twist of a song that I'm working on. So I'm going to see how I can put that into the thing, or maybe it has to be a separate song, but I kind of want it to be the same song. So I might be working on that. Might just work on some creative writing. I don't think I'll have my laptop up there with me, because if I get caught brainstorming with ChatGPT, I'm not going to want to stop and talk to anybody. So it's going to be without the computer up there. So just be me, my notebook, my pens, and my book that I'm currently reading, which is the one I started on the plane yesterday. Did I tell you on the plane? So the book I'm currently reading is called Nash Falls by David Baldacci. When I went into the bookshop in Wellington, they had no hardcovers, and that's kind of one of my requirements for reading books on a plane is to be hardcover. They had no hardcovers, so I got it in paperback. And at one point, when I was eating breakfast, I was like, where am I going to put my book? So I stuck my book with the spine down behind my back in my lower back area and leant back. And I'm sitting there eating breakfast, and I'm like thinking, and remember, it's a paperback book in my lower back, in my lumbar support area. And I'm like thinking, this is way more comfortable than not having the book there, because the back of the seat didn't have a lot of padding, and you could feel the ribs in the back of the chair that they have in there. And they'll have to kind of like move over a little bit to one side and try and get comfortable. But with my book back there, I was like, this actually feels really comfortable. And so I turned to the lady who'd been sitting next to me. I said, I don't know why I didn't think of this earlier, but my book behind me, and showed her where my book was. I said, let's make this chair more comfortable. I'm more likely to go to sleep now if I want to go to sleep. And she just starts laughing. We're having breakfast. We're due to land in like an hour and a half. So yeah, it took me 11 hours. It took me 10 and a half hours to figure this out. So now I know for the return flight, if I'm doing a book, do it paperback, and maybe I can have a seat cushion as well. The things you figure out. So anyway, I know I'm tired because I am rambling. So I'm out here. I'm meeting some people downstairs for breakfast at 7 o'clock in the morning, and then we're going to get an Uber together to take us to the ship. And it turns out that this week in Long Beach is the Long Beach Grand Prix, which is going to affect the traffic. Even though it's in Long Beach, it's still going to affect the traffic out on the freeways and stuff, of people trying to get into Long Beach to go to the races and things. But I'm hoping that by the time we get to getting out on the road and going there, that we're able to get through with no issues. But we're leaving an hour before our check-in time, just in case, because it's only a 30-minute ride from here to the ship. So I'm thinking with Long Beach, let's make it an hour beforehand. We can still get our bags checked in. We may not be able to go in and check in. We might have to sit inside and wait until our check-in time, but that's okay as long as we're there, because we have to be there between a certain time, because a part of the package that I've got is we then get to go on board the ship. We go down to the main restaurant. We leave our bags with the concierge there, and they will deliver our carry-on bags to our cabins for us before they open the cabins to everybody, which is usually around 2 o'clock. It means then that I can take care of the food allergy thing and then have dinner, have lunch there in the main dining room. Apparently they have some special lunch on there for the key people or something. I don't know. I kind of like going up to the Windjammer and getting there before everybody else. And the Windjammer is the buffet on board the ship. So, sorry, my eye is itchy. I'm tired. I need to go get some sleep. So with that, we are out of here. Go out, have a super fantastic sparkling evening. And I will come to you live tomorrow from on board Navigator of the Seas at some point in time. I don't know what time that will be. I'm going to have to work it out. And it'll probably be on the fly type of thing. So go out, have a super fantastic sparkling evening. Hey, konera.
The stories we carry stay bright through the night, a small steady glow in the fading light. Stories of love, loss, and pride we share, until we meet again. Keep the porch light burning.